Hey y'all, RachelRaeCraft here, and today we're going to be doing a short whip and chat. Today is going to be my shout outs video for all of my favorite diamond painting channels. Back when I was doing YouTube for my vape reviews, I always had like an opportunity to, and I used to do like videos where I used to shout out my favorite channels or my favorite people. So I kind of figured it would be a really good idea to do the same here. Just because I like these people doesn't mean that you have to, but these are my reasons and my, this is essentially my world. So we're going to just jump into it, and first and foremost, it is Single and Placing. He was a host on Summer with the Masters 2023 with Diamonds and Washi. And I just think that he's such an eloquent, very lovable person. He does vlogs. He does more than just like vape reviews. His little intro that he does for Single and Placing is adorable. He can sing. I know that man can sing. You could just tell. So I absolutely love him. He has a lot of like, he does a lot of like responding to your comments videos, which I think is different. You don't see a lot of that on here anymore. I think people just kind of leave up to responding to your, comments by just, like writing it to you versus actually going out on a walk, vlogging, by responding to the comments live, so you hear the tone of voice, you have the idea of where the sentiment is coming from, you maybe get a story out of it, and it's really nice to kind of have someone who's putting in that effort that's different. It's not just about the diamond painting, it's not just about the movement or the craft itself. It's about community, and that's what he brings. He's very welcoming. I enjoy having his videos up playing in my background while I diamond paint. I followed him on Instagram first, I believe, and then I trickled onto the YouTube, and he does do also like unboxings. Obviously he does. A couple of finishes and reviews I've seen, but overall he is a nice, very calm person to listen to. Like, I find complete and utter peace listening to his voice. I don't know, something about it is just very like, I can do this forever. He gives his honest opinions on things, and he's not afraid to be himself, which is most important. So that's the first channel. Let me take a sip of coffee. Before I continue, I do have both dogs with me today, so they may or may not be wild at some point in this video. So the next one is, I think, a big time favorite for everyone. I love her, and it is Miss Coffee. I love Miss Coffee. I don't care what anybody has to say about Miss Coffee, because I love Miss Coffee. She was one of the very first YouTubers that I ever actually watched when it came to diamond painting, and the very first video, and I will tell you guys the very first video that I ever watched, that was from Miss Coffee when she was still Miss Crochet and Coffee, back for my birthday. So I started diamond painting late 2021. So it wasn't like a pandemic craft per se. This was one of those crafts where I legitimately stumbled upon it. I kept seeing it and I was like, what the hell is this? So when I finally, because I started, I think, in the November of 2021. By the time my birthday 2022 came around, I was already like diamond for Diamond Art Club, like a diamond level, although I think I lost a little bit. I think I'm back on Emerald. But anywho, the first kit that I bought for myself that I wanted to try was a square, and it was Into Wonderland by JoJo's Art. And I was looking for reviews on that kit. The very first one that popped up was Miss Coffee's, and the way she is funny, she is knowledgeable, she is another, she's another one who's just wonderful. I think her energy is vibrant. She's incredibly innovative when it comes to the craft. I immediately fell in love with, and to find out that she also crochets, so she is going to be mentioned in the crochet video if you guys are also interested in seeing that one. But there's different reasons for why I'm very, especially now that she's bringing it back to her channel, so happy. But yeah, she was the very first diamond painter that I looked up, and ever since then I really did go to her recommendations. Her whip and chats are funny as all hell. I can't, like, I cannot get enough of her. She is a person of color. Love her. She is a very strong black woman, and I love, 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 love. I also believe that she's a Virgo. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I must got a thing. My Aries ass loves Virgos, which is crazy, but but I could not get enough of her. She really does embody the Hermit tarot card. If you guys know, I do tarot as well. She embodies what Virgo actually stands for when it comes to teaching, when it comes to innovating, when it comes to educating. She is amazing, and I would always recommend her. I know that I think she was in a little bit of drama a couple of years back, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. That's everybody else's issue, and that was never her problem. So again, if you don't like her because of A, B, and C, I'm going to let you know right now, you can kick rocks. Can't talk to me about that. Anywho, haha. So, next things next. So, simultaneously, in finding Miss Coffee, I found Rachel Rae. I love Rachel Rae. She is an American living out in Ireland, I believe, which is cool. I love that. I love her for more reasons than just diamond painting. Her voice, again, another one with such a soothing voice, such a wonderful, calming, peaceful person that I can connect to, especially for someone like myself where I am labeled very, I guess, chaotic for whatever reason. I'm an Aries, I guess that's why. But I love, 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 love her videos. She does, honestly, very, like, in-depth videos as well, where it's like, you wouldn't think to maybe analyze a diamond painting or analyze like a paint. I think she's done a paint by number as well at some point. She also does cross stitch. I think she crochets and knits as well. Those might be older videos. I may have to go back and look at them. But she's amazing. Her and her husband, Mr. Rae, also did Theory Tuesday. I think she's bringing it back. I know that they just moved from one house to another. So I hope they do bring it back, because what made me fall in love with her, she does Theory Tuesdays with her husband. So she'll diamond paint while he goes into very in-depth, like, stories that may be legends, myths. It's so nice to kind of hear the banter between, you know, the two of them. You really hear the love, and you really hear it's just nice to hear such positivity. They left off talking about UFOs, and I believe here in the U.S., since, you know, they've released that the fact that they're real. But the first video I think I've ever saw of Rachel Rae that wasn't a diamond painting video was a Theory Tuesday, and it was about the Jersey Devil in New Jersey. I'm a New Jersey native, born and raised. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the way that Mr. Rae and her did that legend, and it was absolutely perfect. And ever since then, they, especially Rachel, even if it's just her by herself, they have become one of my favorite pairs to listen to Whip and Chat. They are, again, also knowledgeable. Rachel is very, again, innovative, educational. She also is very kind in the way that she presents herself. She's very authentic, and I love that she's authentic with herself, and she takes her accountability in the way that she likes to. I love how she relates to people outside, and she doesn't kind of make you feel alone, especially as a U.S. native living in outside of the country. It's nice to hear, you know, how, you know, life is out there outside of where, you know, we grew up. Especially, I think, since she's actually from what I would consider the South. If you're from Virginia, you're from the South. but yeah, I absolutely adore her. So I always say, though, if you are looking for like content to kind of ease into the diamond painting world, I do think that Rachel Rae is probably one of the best to do so, because the way that she explains it, the patience that she keeps is superb. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. All right, another sip of coffee here, people. Look how fast that's working up. I'm loving it. And I'm only on my first color. Alright, now we're going to go into this white color. Alright, so the next diamond painting channel that I love is Lisette's Crafts and Tell. I stumbled upon her recently. Okay, this is not a channel that I've been watching. This is a channel that I watched. Like, I watched her entirety. I don't even remember how I stumbled upon her. I don't remember where I found her. I don't remember at all, people. But when I tell you, she did I believe a 26-month diamond painting detox of her entire collection. Lord, was I invested. And she recently just finished it, early 2024. And when I mean, I've never been so motivated. I've never been so impressed. I've never been so... And the way she champed it out, Lord, I can tell you, as someone who deals with like burnout on a regular basis from just anything she does, her grace that she had with herself throughout her entire process, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I binged her channel. I subscribed almost immediately because, again, what she did was different. She detoxed her entire collection. She brought that something different that I was even craving as a viewer, not just as a creator, as a viewer. And she's continuing on with it by, I think her latest video was a new setup way for her logbook. I cannot wait to watch that video, because my logbook, although mine's probably going to take a while because, again, I'm pregnant and who knows if baby boy is going to let me even sit in diamond paint when he's here. But the way that she went through all the emotions, she went through all of the work, I am beyond impressed. She's very upbeat, very talented. I love listening to, you know, she's even very motivational. Like at the beginning of the year, she has like a word of the year that she follows, and she has a way of doing her life where it's not only like inspirational, but she again brings a type of hope that not only can you finish a project, you can finish and rebuild and take different approaches to your life. And I think that that's why I love her content so much, especially when it comes to this craft, because I think a lot of us get caught up in the, oh, well, I need this diamond painting. Oh, I need to do this every day. No. She has dumbed it down to the point where it's like, humble yourself, humble the craft. Don't allow yourself to hate something that you initially found and loved, because this needs to be, again, something that you find yourself enjoying versus a job. Okay. So with that being said, I love her. Absolutely love her. The next one is another newer channel, and I think she's adorable. She's someone around my age. Her name is Serena in a Van. When I mean she brings something different, she brings something different. So when I mean that she is the epitome of tiny home living, she's the epitome of tiny home living. I am intrigued by the idea of tiny home living. My husband and I talk about it all the time. Although we own a full-size single family home that's full, our dream is to eventually downsize when, you know, he retires. And even if we keep the house, like keep it as a rental property, but like get a RV or actually do what like she did, renovate a van and live out on the road, travel this country. And before anybody like gets into like their, I mean, I don't believe in political BS to begin with. But when I mean the idea of living out to see the rest of this country, there's like a TikTok going around about how, you know, Americans aren't well traveled because they don't leave, like, you know, they don't leave the state or they don't leave the country. Have you, if you lived here, the only state that I know that you can get in and out of within an instant is Delaware, okay? And that's because the second you get into Delaware, you're out of Delaware. I grew up in New Jersey. You can get to any point in the state of New Jersey within 2 hours. Connecticut, another small state. Like, those are the smaller states. But the second you go into New York, you are looking at 5, 6, 7 hour trips. I live in the state of Pennsylvania now. I'm still 4 hours from Pittsburgh. So like there's some time that you're spending in the car, right? But I always said, it's like I wanted to travel, see what else is on this beautiful land. Again, you know, I understand everybody has their feelings about this country, but me as a native, you know, a native to this country, this is my home, this is where I was born, raised. Despite its pitfalls and downfalls, I love my country. I would love to see, honestly, what else is here, you know? And I think that that's anywhere. I feel like I would feel, me naturally as a person, I feel like I would feel like that anywhere. There's a lot to see. And my husband and I agree. We just, you know, we would like to do that as we, you know, we get older and, you know, maybe the kids are, now that we're pregnant, you know, that would just be a nice thing to do for us. Even tag the kids along, you know, who knows? But it's always been a dream, and she's doing it. She's doing it at 30, 31, and it's so nice. Don't get me wrong, it probably comes with its, you know, its downfalls, but she's still crafting. Her whip and chats are funny as hell, too. So if you like to laugh, if you like to, you know, really listen. Her voice is very sweet as well. Very welcoming. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And she works on really nice pieces as well. I do believe that she does active vlogs as well. So, you know, you get a variety on her channel. And it's just nice to see that. Do you see this, guys? Here we go. So, she's another one. Love her. Ooh, I picked up a totally different pen. Wasn't ready for this pen. Okay. So that's Serena in a Van. Check her out. I think she's awesome. She's also a smaller creator. And I probably should have warned you guys before I started this video. A lot of them are smaller creators. Started off with the bigger ones. We're getting to these smaller creators. The next one is RoseKnit39. She's a smaller creator, but she's definitely different in the way that she goes about her videos. She's always looking for new solutions, or that's how I at least interpret her channel, which is nice because, again, you get a difference in variety. You get a difference in how she kind of goes about all of her videos. She does it small shop hauls. Oh my god. Small shop hauls. She does unboxings. She's very into the the kit ups as well. I love watching kit ups. I think that that's probably one of my favorite things. I don't know. I like seeing the process of people kitting up, and you would think that a lot more people would be into that. Apparently not. You could tell that she's been at her channel for a while, and she puts a lot of like thought and effort into her channel, and it's just very nice to see someone put in that amount of time and amount of effort into such a, an awesome craft like that. So that's RoseKnit39. The next one is another POC creator. She's a smaller YouTube channel, but she was one of the first that I started watching on this channel. And that is Blunts and Gems. Yes, her name is exactly how it sounds. Blunts and Gems. If you're not into that type of content, just the whole, like 420 type thing, I don't know what to tell you people. It's none of your business to begin with. But she's another one. She's made a lot of different, like events. And there's a lot of events that she's actually been the creator of that other people have taken complete credit for. Sorry guys, I needed my coffee. And I want people to be aware of who she is. Again, she was one of the first ones that I ever started watching. I love her vibe. Her whip and chats are hilarious as well. She does unboxings. She kind of focuses on that Black community, African American community, the creator side of that. And I think it's important that everybody has at least one creator that they follow. That's including everybody. She does an event for autism every year, which is really nice as well, because I think that that's something that lacks all over the place. She's innovative completely, and I think a lot of people have misjudged her on her YouTube journey. But she does whip and chats. She also does videos, and she shows all of her recent completions. Love that. She does the occasional kit up, which is nice too. It's always done in a very, like a whip and chat style thing, which is fine. She's done videos. I remember one video, I think she's done like her nails, which I think is nice as well, because it's like, I hate to say it, as much as we do this, yeah, our nails kind of have to look a lot nicer than normal. We're going to do P. So she's one of those, like I said, she's funny. She's very unapologetically herself, and I enjoy her content. The next one, I think, is someone who everybody knows, and yet, like, she is so under the radar, so underrated, and I am over it. I believe that this woman should have 1 million subscribers diamond painting. I don't care what anybody says. I do believe so. The Hobbyist Life. I think The Hobbyist Life should have 1 million subscribers. She's, again, another one of my first diamond painting channels that I looked into. She's a very small channel, and she does weekly diamond painting roundups. She's going to show you exactly what you're looking at before you go out and buy it. Now, don't get me wrong, she is a reason why I probably did spend a lot of money at the first part of my diamond painting journey, but she really goes in depth about what's being put out for the next week when it comes to at least Diamond Art Club, which I think is different. She does the roundup. She'll get the occasional unboxing, but she does the roundup. She's also not a creator that uploads constantly, okay? which I think is nice because although a lot of us are, obviously, we have more time to put into our channels, she's very realistic about her time. She's very realistic about her craft. She's very realistic about her family, whom she loves. And I like that vibe, that it's like, you know what, this is for leisure. This is for, you know, nothing but leisure. And I like that type of environment. But if you are looking for someone who's, you know, she's even very active. She's had a long ride with her. So she has about 100 videos on her channel. She was another one that I actually did start binge watching. I believe I found her on Instagram first as well. But she's such a lovely, 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 lovely heart. And I think that she deserves a lot more subscribers than she has. So with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Last but not least, this is the very last diamond painting channel I'm going to talk about. She's actually fairly new to my repertoire of favorite diamond painting channels to watch. Oops. And it's Diamond Painting Anonymous. Her name is Daphne. I think she has a very nice variety of diamond painting videos. She's definitely more focused on, you know, storage units, and she's in reviews and, you know, accessories, things like that. Not just the unboxings, not just the whip and chats, not just the connection with the community. She does actually like put her work to the test, which I believe is nice. And I do trust her opinions, which is, I think, why I selected her to be the last one. I, again, had noted in my what I wish I knew when I first started diamond painting video. I have a very big problem with some of the more well-known creators who will essentially sit there and still lie to your face. Okay? I believe that she, Daphne, Diamond Painting Anonymous, is a trustworthy source for a lot of different small shops and a lot of different diamond painting companies and a lot of different things that go into the craft. And I feel like she should be utilized not just as a, you know, regular creator, but someone who actually does know her stuff, is knowledgeable, and is trustworthy. Although I trust all the creators that I have mentioned in this video, because hers are formatted and elevated to showcase, to also pinpoint where, you know, the pros and cons of things, specifically. That's just her demeanor. I like knowing that there is someone out there who's not going to bullshit you. So, with that being said, that is our whip and chat today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out those diamond painting channels. I will leave them in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe. I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.